Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited for this video. Do want to let you guys know, because the video that just came out before this was my fall wrap-up, or not fall wrap-up, October wrap-up. And this video is getting posted in November. I am filming this in October, the beginning of this video in October. So if my first book that I pick, or maybe the first two, are in my October wrap-up, that's why, because I did start filming this in late October. So basically, this is my TBR box, correctly named as such by myself. I know that looks crooked, I really don't care that much. So this is my current books on my TBR that I'd like to read. I did take out all of my summary, like, romances or books. I'm like, it's not the right season for these. Which are more like, a lot of them are just, summer romances. I don't think any of them are anything else. Most of the time, it's just summer romances. I also have, obviously, my fall/winter TBR right here from Truly Devious and I guess technically Dance of Thieves, because it's up here. I would like to get one of these. That would be awesome. But, yeah, so I'm going to pick a book out of here, read it, and let you know what I think about it. Now, there is obviously a mix of rereads and new reads in here, mix of physical / ebook, physical and ebook, a mix of multiple. So we're just going to pick and see what we get. I don't know. I may redraw because I am in kind of a mood reading thing right now. So I may redraw if I'm like, I pick a book and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this, so we're going to redraw. So, yeah, we're just going to mix these around a bit and pick something now. Sorry, I didn't even show you. It's The Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. I'm grabbing the book right now. Hold up. Okay, got the book. The Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. So part of the reason I'm super excited about this is I'm in the middle of a lot of series right now, and this is one of them. This is finishing that trilogy, so plus on that. And also, I just found out that Stephanie Garber is writing a novella about Evangeline and Jax. And I haven't read the third book yet, and I'm super excited that she's writing this novella because I loved them in The Ballad of Never After. That's like my favorite Stephanie Garber book. I'm sure a lot of other people can agree with that. So, I'm so excited to be reading this one. I'm actually so glad. I was worried I was going to get something that I'm just like, I don't want to read this. I genuinely don't want to read this. I don't want to read this. So, By the way, I also want to inform you of something, because it's probably done by now. But currently, as I am filming this, I'm also filming a Instagram series on my Instagram called a reading challenge, where I picked a book actually from this exact same bucket, and I'm having a random number generator pick how many pages I read. It's probably done now. I think by the time this video is out, it should be done. And I was rereading The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. And that's solely going to be on Instagram. That's not going to be moved over here. It's only going to be on there. So if you want to check that out, and my Instagram in general, because I do post exclusive content on my Instagram, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's under the same name, Kaitlyn Reads, over there, same username. And yeah, I'd love for you guys to join me over there as well. But I am so excited to be reading this. And actually, currently I am still reading The Lost Hero, so I'll be kind of, I guess, switching back and forth between these two. I'm kind of listening / reading The Lost Heroes, and I'm listening to it as an audiobook, but also reading it on my Kindle, and then I can do this. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. After the cliffhanger that happened in the last book, I'm so excited for this one. Okay, I'll see you guys when I reach probably, I want to say like 30% of the way through this book, and I'll come back and let you guys know my thoughts. Okay. So, update, pretty late in the game update. I am 60% of the way through A Curse for True Love, and boy am I enjoying this one. Probably not as much as I enjoyed, sorry, my camera's shaking all over the place. Probably not as much as I enjoyed The Ballad of Never After, but I am liking this one quite a bit. We're getting a lot of cool moments between characters. It is multiple POV, while the other two were just in Evangeline's point of view. This one follows Evangeline and Apollo and Jax's POVs. So that's awesome. And like I said, I'm pretty far the way in through this book, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't normally... Give me a second, let me rephrase this. A lot of people said that this one was a little bit of a letdown compared to The Ballad of Never After. And as of right now, I don't agree with it, but I don't 100% disagree with it. I definitely loved The Ballad of Never After. I think this one is still I think this one's kind of living up to the first one. Maybe a little bit more than the first one. I didn't love the first one. Let's be honest. I didn't love the first Once Upon a Broken Heart. I am enjoying this one a bit more, but I think it's because I've gotten attached to these characters. While with Once Upon a Broken Heart, the first book, I only knew Jax. He was the only character that I knew from Caraval. So, yeah, I'm enjoying this. This will probably get I don't know, The Ballad of Never After got 5 stars, so I think this may get a somewhat high rating, unless the ending stinks. I'm worried that the ending's not going to live up to my expectations of the ending. So yeah, I will come back and tell you guys my final thoughts once I finish the book. Alright, finished A Curse for True Love, gave it 5 stars. I do credit the 5 stars of this book to the ending of Ballad of Never After, because that book, the ending of that really played into my love and interest of this book. It was so good. It was so good. I felt all the emotions. I was hooked from the beginning. It was great. 10 out of 10 recommend this trilogy. It's so good. I would say out of all 3 of these books, my favorite is still The Ballad of Never After, because that one had a good balance of the romance plot and also the storyline plot. This one felt a little heavy on the romance plot and very little normal story plot. So yeah, but 5 stars. Anyways, we're gonna pick. I will tell you this, I did go down and have my brothers pick them, but they picked 2 books that I'm not really in the mood to read. So I'm going to pick myself. So you won't see that footage, but it did happen, and my older brother picked Ender's Game, which I'm not really in the mood for sci-fi, and then my youngest brother, he picked a romance, which after reading a very romance-heavy fantasy, I don't really want a romance right now. I actually don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I'll find out. So we're gonna mix this up a bit better, because, okay, and there, we're doing this one. No, it's about a Summer Snakes. No, I'm not in the mood to read President Snow's POV either. Like, I saw it and I'm like, immediately, no. You'll see which, no, we're repicking. I told y'all if I wasn't on mood reading, we're repicking, not the Ballad of Summer Snakes. I'm not in the mood to read President Snow's POV right now. No, I'm not really in the mood for that either. King's Return, I'm not really in the mood for a fantasy right now, because I just read a really good one. But I don't know what mood I'm in. A King's Return's, I think, a Christian fantasy, but I'm not really in the mood for that. I wouldn't mind a reread. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I feel like I'll know it when I, pick it, you know? Maybe I am in the mood for fantasy. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm not. It's just, I'm not in the mood for that fantasy. So, don't look. Mixing. And we're gonna go this one. Okay, I could do this. If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is actually on my fall/winter TBR. It is a mystery, so actually this might be pretty good. It is about a theater troupe that they were Shakespearean actors. There's 7 of them, and basically I think this is narrated by... Okay, I'll just read the back for you. Enter the players. There were 7 of us then, 7 bright young things with wild precocious capacious futures ahead of us. Until that year, we saw no farther than the books in front of our faces. On the day Oliver Marks is released from jail, the man who put him there is waiting at the door. Detective Colborne wants to know the truth, and after 10 years, Oliver is finally ready to tell it. A decade ago, Oliver is one of the 7 young Shakespearean actors at Delcher's Classical Conservatory, a place of keen ambition and fierce competition. In this secluded world of firelight and leather-bound books, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off: hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, I can't pronounce that word, and extra. But their 4th and final year, good-natured rivalries turn ugly, and on opening night, real violence invades the students' world and make-believe. In the morning, the 4th years find themselves facing their very own tragedy and their greatest acting challenge yet, convincing the police, each other, and themselves that they are innocent. So someone dies, and, ooh, this, honestly, I also bought this used. That's why there's a sticker here. I bought it used. So, this is an option. I'm going to pick one more, and, did I put it back in here? No. I'm going to pick one more and see if I'm more in the mood for that option. I know this probably isn't how you guys are. I'm mood reading option that I actually might read. Okay, we're going to. Exiles by Jail Knights. This is an ebook. It's the next book in the Ilian Chronicles. Again, another fantasy, but I do love this world, but I don't know. I think I'll pick again and pick another option that I actually want to read, and then I'll decide between the 2 options. Because this one, I don't know if I'm really in the mood for this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in a fantasy mood or not. I don't know. It depends on the fantasy, I guess. So far, it might be If We Were Villains. Ah! Wait, did I drop that one? Hold up. I think one fell out. Or is this one for... Oh, no, that's a summer book. I'm not reading that. Okay, we're going on this one. Dragon's Kiss. This is the one time that I wish I didn't have this many fantasies. Okay, we're gonna pick again. Like, I'm not that much in a fantasy mood unless it depends on the fantasy. But, okay, we're gonna go this one. Another, you know what? We're going If We Were Villains, because I'm probably not gonna get a non-fantasy. If We Were Villains. There we go, that's the book. See you guys when I get to some percent of the way through it. So I'm 60% of the way through this book, and I'm so confused. I'm lost. I think, okay, the main character is kind of lost. His name's Oliver. Our main character, Oliver's kind of lost, so maybe that's why I'm lost, but I'm lost. Like, so the murders happened. The police wrote it off as an accident, but a certain detective doesn't think it's an accident, which I kind of agree with him. The way that not the main character, but the way that the dude died did not seem like an accident. It wasn't like it just happened, and I don't want to spoil the book by explaining the death, but it wouldn't have been an accident. There was some sort of murder that happened. I'm so lost as to who committed it. I have no idea about that. And I know it's not the main character, even though he was convicted for it. I know it's not him. But who knows, maybe there might be a plot twist at the end that it was him all along and we've just been tricked into thinking it wasn't. That would be awesome. That would actually be insane if that's what ends up happening. But as of right now, I'm pretty sure it's not Oliver, our main character. But that leaves 5 other people that could possibly have killed him, and I have no idea. None. Normally, when you're like 60% of the way through the book, you'd have a suspect. You would have it could be this person, and it'd be a little bit more solidified. And I don't. I mean, it could be any one of them. Any one of them have acted suspiciously, have done so many. It could have been any one of them. Any one of these 5 other people. I really do not know. Like, at all. And that's not normal for me. But maybe I'm supposed to be this confused. I don't know. I mean, our main character's confused, so I'm probably supposed to be confused. I really don't know if I'm supposed to have figured it out by now. I'm just confused. I would say it's an okay book. I mean, for my first murder mystery. It's very heavy on the Shakespearean aspect of it, very heavy on that. So if you're not a Shakespeare fan, I do not recommend reading this book, because even the writing style of the author, it reminds me of Shakespeare on occasions. Just kind of the pacing and the sentence structure does remind me a bit of Shakespeare, which makes sense, because you know they took a lot of inspiration from Shakespeare, I'm assuming, for this book, because the characters are quoting him constantly. But I don't mind Shakespeare. I actually read it for fun on occasion, so it's not that bad. There are times where it feels a little clunky, where I'm like reading it and I'm like, wait, I have to read that again. I didn't understand a single word they just said. But other than that, it's not horrible, but I'm just confused. So if the plot twist I'm assuming there's going to be some twist on, like, here's the killer. This is the guy who killed this other dude. This is the person who killed him. But I'm like, as of right now, I'm probably on Fable. When I go to review this book, I'm going to put the confused. Just choose confused. This book is confusing. And that's probably a good thing. It's probably supposed to confuse me. It's probably supposed to make me feel off kilter. Like, it's supposed to make me feel like I don't really know what's going on, because our main character doesn't really know what's going on. We've gotten past the point of the character dying. That died. Okay. And yeah, like they're almost all ignoring it. Like the latter 6 people are kind of just wanting to forget about it and ignore it. But each one of them, except for Oliver, has done, because we're in Oliver's POV, so that may be partially why I don't think he's guilty. But I think all of the other characters have done something suspicious when the murder happened. Now, or like after they found out that their friend, because he was their friend, was killed. They've all acted weird. All of them. So I have no suspects. They're all suspects. I don't know. But that's how I'm feeling right now. I'll update you guys when I finish this, and then we'll pick another book. And yeah. See you guys when I finish this. Finished If We Were Villains. It's a book. I gave it 2 stars. And if you want to get full, in-depth, 100% of my thoughts on it, read my Fable review, because I don't think I'll be able to re-articulate that here. I'm a little tired, so I don't think I'll be able to re-articulate that here. But my main thing to say about this is it's a book. I read it. I don't have any feelings about it. It was meh. It was average. It was okay. It didn't really, like, I didn't have any strong emotions about it. I didn't really feel connected to it in any way. To explain how I read is, or not how I read, what happens when I read is, if I'm immersed in the story, I see it like a movie playing in my head. That's how I know I'm attached to these characters. Or even if it's a book I don't really like, I still, like, I'm able to envision, like, what's going on. For some reason, this one my brain couldn't get off the book pages and like the words on the page. Like, it was just words on a page for me, which is sad, because I'm like, oh, that would have been, I wish it wasn't just words on pages for me. But yeah, I really couldn't get attached to the main character. I couldn't really get attached to the plot. I was very confused for majority of it. And even when the reveal happened on who the murderer was, I was like, yeah, I kind of expected it to be any one of y'all. So I'm not surprised. It didn't pull at my heartstrings at any moment. It was a book. It's a book. It's a book. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we are going to pick the 3rd and I think final book of this video. So let's see what I get. And if I'm still mood reading, so if I'm not in the mood for it, I get to pick 2 more options. I'm limiting myself to picking 2 more options. So counting the one I pick and then 2 others. So here's the first option. Or it could be ooh, okay. Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. That is all the way up there. I will be back. All right. So this is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. It is the 2nd book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I actually did start reading this for another video. That video never got posted. because I wasn't really in the mood for the book at the time. So this is an option. I don't really know if I want to read this big thing right now. I kind of in the mood for like a comfort book or like a book I've already read, like a reread that I can just kind of, you know, return to a world I already understand. I mean, yes, have I read the first book? So, I mean, yes, it is a world that I understand. I don't know. We're gonna cash in option 2. Just to, oh my word. I don't even know what that said. I could have just, okay. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh! The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. See, I've already read this book on Kindle. So this is kind of what it is what I asked for, but I don't know if I want to reread this after just rereading a mystery. Well, this is a murder mystery. This has nothing to do with murder. But after just reading this, I don't know if I want to jump into another mystery. Even though I've already read it and I know what happens, I don't know if I want to stay in that. Okay, we're cashing in option 3. Inheritance Games is an option. I just don't know if I want to go back into a mystery right now. Okay, option 3 and the final option. Okay, here it is. Hold up. Oh! The School for Good and Evil by Capo Bruno, and I can't pronounce, here, you guys try. I cannot pronounce these authors' names. So that's actually on another book on my full TBR. And it's I think Netflix made this into a movie, and it has a Rick Riordan quote on the front, so that's kind of what made me buy it. So this is option 3. I did buy it used, that's why the spine's already cracked. Don't judge. I did not do this to this book, okay? So either it's Siege and Storm, School for Good and Evil, or the Inheritance Games. Honestly, this will probably sound like, come on, really? But I kind of want to do Siege and Storm out of these options just because I want to finish this trilogy so I can read the Six of Crows, because everybody has been raving about the Six of Crows on my Instagram. I keep getting Six of Crows stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I really want to read that. So I think it would have been probably between these two, but I'm gonna go Siege and Storm, I think, because either way, I think the Inheritance Games is for another time. I'm not really in the mood for a mystery right now after whatever that was. So yeah, we're gonna go Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I will come and update you guys when I feel like I have something to say. Let's go there. All right, so I am 90% of the way through Siege and Storm. I know this is a very late update for this book, but I just I've been sick, so I've just been binge reading and haven't really wanted to film. And I had to edit a video, so basically, I now understand the covers of each of these books, and it's really funny. I need to make, I don't know, a video or a short or something of covers of books you'll only understand after reading the books, because there are quite a few of them. The Cruel Prince trilogy, this trilogy, shoot, I literally just read another one or saw another one. I'm like, oh my goodness, that explains, once you actually read it, you'll understand that. And I cannot remember what it was, but I should make a video about that. Anyways, my thoughts on Siege and Storm. I don't really know how I feel about Mal as a character. I mean, I didn't know how to feel about him in Shadow and Bone, and then this one's just kind of, his character slowly just kind of like going downhill for me. Alina is not the most likable character, which I don't know if that's how she's supposed to be written or not. And this book's slow. This book is slow. I am, again, at 90% of the way through the book, and most of this has just been building up to, I'm assuming, the climax of this, and then, you know, cliffhangers for the next book. So that's great. Love that. Sorry, I'm readjusting the camera. There we go. I love cliffhangers. They're amazing. But yeah, it's a good book overall. I did soft DNF this like 2 months ago. No, was it 2 months ago or last month? I think it was 2 months ago. Or was it last month? I think it actually was last month. Not October, because it's November now. I mean September. I think I soft DNF'd this because I just wasn't really in the mood for a fantasy at the time. So now I've picked it up and I'm loving it. I actually take that back. I'm liking it. I really don't know how I'm genuinely feeling about this. Because it's not like it's bad. It's just slow. Like what? Like the beginning part was whoa, climactic. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, and then you kind of this last like I want to say 60% has been kind of a lull of planning and world building and politics, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. So I'm just wondering how this cliffhanger is going to end. And yeah, as of right now, it's probably going to get 3 stars from me, which I'm pretty sure Shadow and Bone got 4. I think this one's going to get 3. I don't know if Reign and Ruin, the 3rd book's going to be any higher, but we'll see. So far, this one's going to probably get 3 stars. Now, who knows? Maybe the ending climax, whatever's going to happen, cliffhanger, is going to be insane. But as of right now, it's 3 stars. So, I'll see you guys when I finish this book. All right. Finished Siege and Storm. 3 stars. Like I said in the previous clip, 3 stars. How do I explain this? I wrote a full Fable review if you want to go check that out. But I will say the plot, I've noticed this is a weird plot to me. And I'll explain why. So the beginning of this book is high stakes. The middle, pretty low stakes. The end, high stakes. So you get really high stakes at the beginning where it's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Whoa, this is insane. And then you get to like the middle and then you're kind of bored for the middle, which is weird for a book. Normally you kind of go low stakes to like the stakes are rising to high stakes. Normally that's how I picture fantasies going. So this was an interesting read for it being a little different than that. I didn't hate it. It was just different than what I've normally read. Another thing is the characters. I am a character-driven reader, which I'm sure I've said this on multiple accounts. So for me, characters kind of make or break the story. The plot doesn't have to be good. The characters have to be good for me. I mean, if the plot's amazing but the characters are not so good, I'm not going to love the book as much as I would if the characters were really good. I loved Nikolai. I think he was the only character so far in this series that I actually like. Like, genuinely, I'm like, yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. While Alina, I still don't know how I feel about her. Same with Mal. The Darkling, I don't even get started on that. We don't get a lot of him, so I don't really know. But I did actually just look on the back of this book, and it tells you, like, the other series of duologies that are in the Grishaverse. And you have the Six of Crows duology, which I have, but there's also a Nikolai, the King of Scars duology. So I may pick that up because I do enjoy Nikolai's character. And then there's a bunch of, there's, like, the Darkling's origin story and quite a few other books. But all in all, I definitely want to pick up the King of Scars duology at some point. Yeah, 3 stars. It was a good book. It was a good middle book. I think I cannot wait to see where this trilogy is going to go in the last book. And I'll finally be able to pick up Six of Crows, which is kind of the whole point of why I'm reading Shadow and Bone. The Shadow and Bone trilogy is to get to Six of Crows. So, and everybody says it's the better duology because it's like crime heists. So I'm really excited to get to that. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!